Hey there, sports fans, Ribbo here for Calvo Gaming. Well, you get to see my face, that's one for some, but I've been plagued this last day by people saying, Ribbo, would you mind giving us your thoughts on the patch notes? And I was like, well, okay, I'll humour you all, I'll give you my thoughts. I'm not sure they're that important, but as we have over here, we have the actual notes themselves posted by Zeriar. And ranked play, good. Up until this point, there's been no point to ranked, to play constructed, other than those of you who wish to make a few gold because you're struggling in the arena. I don't have that problem, lucky me. And now we have this ranking system in place, so people can progress or not progress, and also see how they're doing against everyone else. Like, this is really important thing to have in any kind of game, is that people are automatically competitive. And if somebody else is doing well, then they want to do better. I'm gonna carry on loving Arena, but this might well make me start playing some Constructed. There, I said it. Haven't quite worked out, but everyone seems to be raging over mages, so I'll probably play mage. I'm a big fan of just going ahead and playing the best deck, whatever that might be. Now, of course, there have been some patches, and let's have a look at the general patches. You are now able to abandon a quest a day. I mean, you know, that's good for people who don't have a warlock and priest deck and just get offered a warlock or priest quest. It also means you can sort of min-max your gold a little bit if you are, you know, so if you get like a quest that pays 40 gold, you might punt it away in the hope of getting a quest that's worth 60 gold. So, but definitely if I get whatever the bare minimum for a quest is, which I think is 30, it's either 30 or 40 gold. You know, every time I get offered one of those quests, I'm just going to bin it and hopefully get one of those 5-win quests that offers 60 gold instead. The amount of gold being capped at 100, well, you know, if you, like, there were some people whining about this, and I worked it out. I went, okay, so to get 100 gold, you get 3 wins, that gives you 10 gold, so you need 30 wins. Now let's say you've got a win-loss record of 50-50, so for 30 wins you need to play 60 matches, and each match taking 10 minutes. Put bluntly, that's a lot of your day being spent. So for 99% of the people, play mode being capped at 100 gold has zero effect on you. It's only the small percentage of people who were abusing the system. For example, going on at 6 AM with, say, 20 of you and just conceding to each other, like mashing that concede button because you knew there was a fairly good chance that you would get paired up against each other from time to time, and when you did, you just went, oh, we'll all concede. So yeah, I mean, if you all join at the same time, that probably increases the chances. So Blizzard implemented this just to stop those people. That's not to say, I mean, they're going to ban you anyway if you do that. You know, they'll eventually get round to it and just go, delete. Of course, with all of these games, they always give you the warning first. They like to be nice like that. It's like, don't do it again. The players near me option. So, in other words, your friends' friends. It's like I'll be keeping that off. I don't really even let my friends have me on here, because there's nothing worse than making a video and then having pop-ups appearing saying, such and such is on 3 wins. It's like, thanks a lot for that. I didn't need to know that, and neither did the 2,000 viewers watching this video. It's even worse because, you know, when they message you as well. It's like when you know, get to 9 wins and It's actually Lee, one of the guys who did one of the other videos with me, which is actually on the main page. He used to do that. He used to go on, you know, grats and stuff when you'd get to 9 wins, because it sent him a message, and I'd be like, "I'm recording. Don't ever say that again to me." So he knows to message me over Skype and other things, and never anything that would actually appear on a video. So that doesn't affect me, but you know, I think it's cool for those of you who struggle making friends and need to use computer games to make new ones. Recently played opponents. You know that's just going to be open to abuse, right? It's just going to be people going, "Oh, you look sack! I can't believe you drew your 4 flame strike in the top 15 cards." You know, that's the only reason people are going to be adding each other. It's like just to abuse each other. But I guess that's a compromise for those who were saying, you know, they wanted to be able to talk to each other. There's an awful lot of people who don't want to talk to you, or at least don't want to listen to you whining when they've beaten you, like a red-headed stepchild. So, parental controls can now disable the in-game shop purchases. For those of you with kids. So, I quite like the ranked play. Where is it for Arena, though? I mean, that's obviously what I was going to say. You know, I'm pretty confident I'd have probably been in the top 5 players for Arena if they actually ranked the Arena players. It's like, not just by wins, but like win percentages. You know, because I don't play the most. I only play maybe 2 to 3 arenas a day at most, and obviously I skip days as well, so it does sort of average out as 1 arena a day. So pure volume, yes, there's going to be people who played more than me. I don't think there's that many people who have a bigger win percentage than me. Certainly not in the EU. Actually, certainly not in America, because everyone keeps saying, "Oh, you Americans are really good at the game, and all the EUs are scrubs," and I'm just lucky to be playing against them all. So, suck it up. I'm playing against idiots. What's wrong with that? There goes all of my European viewership right there. Number of matches you can win in Arena has increased to 12 from 9. The game's about fun, so if you're doing well, you know, and you've got a sick deck, you know, it's fun to see how far you can get, really. It used to be, in the sort of the alpha, there used to be no cap at all. You could get like 50 wins and, you know, crazy stuff going on. And you used to buy in with packs as well. You used to buy in with 3 packs, and what you opened, you actually kept. But they ditched that because people would do Arena, and they would pick the cards based on what they wanted for Constructed rather than actually trying to win, because obviously there's certain cards which are much better in Arena than they are in Constructed, and vice versa. Some of the legendaries particularly, you know, Harrison Jones springs to mind. Awesome in Arena, like having something else that can destroy weapons, but, you know, not as good as maybe some of the other legendaries. Still, yeah, that's my thoughts to Blizzard. It's like, where's the Arena? Where's the Arena rankings? I wanna see how much ass I'm kicking. Almost said kissing then. I'm not kissing ass in Arena. Okay, gameplay. All golden cards are now animated. Very important. Hunter. Unleash the Hounds being changed. We'll see how that works out. The Buzzard is now a 2-1, down from a 2-2. It's kind of amusing that they said a Hunter was too strong against Mage when everyone's just bitching about Mage. It seems to me that Blizzard seem to be about a month behind the meta game, So what everyone complains about changes on a month-to-month basis, and Blizzard fix all the problems that are no longer being bitched about. You know, so maybe in about 2 months' time, they'll get round to fixing Mage, and then there'll be this new constructed deck which is kicking everyone ass that, I don't know, like a Warlock is playing or something. I like the fact that a Murloc deck, when played by a Warlock, is called a Warlock deck. So they take the first half of Warlock and the second half of Murloc and put them together and call it Warlock. It's like, it's a bit confusing, that, isn't it? Mind Control, up to 10 from 8. I completely agree with that. Like everyone else, I don't think it should be silenceable. I actually think it should be maybe closer to the original, which is that when that minion takes damage, it switches back. It's like, you know, like Mind Control used to fall off in the game in WoW when the person you were mind controlling was taking damage. There was like a chance of it failing. So maybe like be a 50% chance of when that minion takes damage, the mind control falling off and reverting back to your ownership. Maybe that would be better. I mean, I know how much Blizzard love their random number generator, so... Flame Imp's yeah, Flame Imp was too good. Like, a lot of people say, you know, why is it too good? Like, when a Warlock, even in Arena or Constructed, whatever, goes like, turn 1 Flame Imp, going second, right, and you'd make like a 2-3 Crocodile or something like that, and then they follow it up with Blood Imp, and they're like, 3-3, kill your guy. And then they just, like, churn out a billion other guys. So, like, the Flame Imp just made the tempo almost impossible to come back from if they followed it up with a Blood Imp. And if they followed it with 2 Blood Imps, it was just like, yep, I got a 3-4 attacking on turn 2, and he's just going to chew through everything. Well, he's going to chew through the first guy, and then you're going to play another guy. They're going to trade off, but then I get to play another guy, and then that guy's going to just chew through you again, so... Yeah, I've no problems with Flame Imp being made more expensive there. Argent Commander down to a 4-2, yeah, fine with that as well. Argent Commander is a ridiculous card. It's like always a 2-for-1. It's a good tempo switch, so... Occasionally, because it was a 4-3, it became a 3-for-1, you know, because it beat up like a 2-3 Crocodile afterwards. But also because it's a 4-2, what that means is you can now take, once the shield falls off, you can take it out with cards like Smite. Which is really important. So you can spend 1 mana, you can, like as a hunter, you can arcane shot it, or as a priest you can smite it. Or, you know, if you've got a bit of spell power, you can now moonfire it. You can cleave it as a warrior. And other things. So it basically means that now you can spend a tiny amount of mana to kill it, and you can still do something else with the rest of your mana. Like, because with it being a 4-3, very often you'd still have to commit a fair chunk of mana to killing it. So, you know, the same with the Shattered Sun Cleric, so that's sort of a very important distinction there. And I'm totally fine with Shattered Sun Cleric becoming a 3-2. If you think about it, the +1/+1 counter makes the Cleric, you know, 4-3, but obviously it can't give itself +1/+1. Which puts it in line with the other really good 3-drops like Injured Blade Master. So, yeah, I think Shattered Sun Cleric having a slight nerf, no problems there at all. UI, I like the fact that you can now tab out and the music won't stop. Like a lot of people used to say to me in my videos, oh, your music suddenly cut out. And it's like, yeah, that was because I was tabbed away. So now that won't happen, which is awesome. It also means that you can tab out and browse the internet while you're waiting for an opponent in arena, and you can hear the when you find an opponent, so you go, oh, I'll tab back in now. Bug fixes. So yeah, they're apparently fixed. Like the hunter bug with the tracking and stuff like that. But there are new bugs that have been uncovered because of it. Particularly, I think now Blood Imp heals things every turn and stuff like that, I believe, or does like gives you 2 health instead of 1 or something. I've yet to play the game, but that's what I hear from people moaning on the forums. But you know, most of the other fixes seem to have gone through, which is nice. I'm not going to scroll down there to the comments because nothing good ever comes from reading the comments section in a Blizzard forums. But you know, what does this really mean? Let me just let's just have a look at some of these cards now. Here we go. Signed Mr. Cleric of the Shattered Sun. Shout if you see it. Here it is. So now a 3/2 with their spare flask of Sunwell energy drink. Seems acceptable. I'll probably still play it. I've noticed no nerfs for Pally, which is awesome. They seem to be balancing the cards more so around Constructed than Arena, and you know, I personally still think Pally is ridiculously powerful in Arena. Maybe the strongest class for me anyway, for my play mode, and certainly for the fact that there are a lack of people who are able to adjust. But it will mean, however, with it going up to 12 wins, one of the first things I want to do is obviously get to 12 wins. So I'm just going to be playing my favourite clans. We're going to be playing lots of Pally and Shaman. More so because they have... Whereas Warrior is solid. Like, I think Pally and Shaman have more broken cards. You know, like if you get like an Earth Elemental, you just like 5 mana. And I've won. So... And obviously Pally, I think, has a ridiculous amount of broken cards, and a lot of them are commons, like True Silver Champion and Blessing of Kings, just put you in positions where you're crushing. Likewise with Consecration. There's just way too many beautiful cards. And stuff like Cult Master as well. You know, if you build a really fast Pally deck, you can just get into a position where you have 3 million minions down. 3 millions? I wish I had 3 million. And it's like, Cult Master, beat your guys up, draw 3 cards. Seems fantastic. And also the way, like, you could play, like, Noble Sacrifice. So you could go, like, 2-1 Noble Sacrifice. Turn 2, play, like, a Knife Juggler. And then they go to attack the Knife Juggler, and it summons a Noble Sacrifice, which counts as a guy, which then shoots. So, like, if it was like a 2-1 attacking you, you could, like, shoot the 2-1, and your little noble sacrifice dude stays alive, and he's like, I'm so happy! And then, of course, like, Noble Sacrifice with Cult Master, that's another good interaction there, where you get to draw and replace the cards. So, you know, I just love that in general. I think, you know, like, Pallies are really strong, and they can recover from, like, some of the ridiculous things other people can do, you know, if you get your consecrations going. So yeah, no nerf for Pally, very happy about that. Let's look at Mage and let's see what maybe they should have nerfed here. Personally, probably make Flame Strike a rare would fix Arena. Because having any more than 1 Flame Strike is ridiculous. That's definitely the main issue. For Constructed, yes, Pyroblast was probably too good. I like the idea of Pyroblast reflecting more like its real-life counterpart. Like, I remember the real-life counterpart having this ridiculously slow cast time. So maybe if they did it so it dealt damage, but it was delayed for a turn, to just sort of say, 10 damage coming in next turn if you want to do something about it, you know, so you've got like a turn to gain some life or something like that. That seems pretty cool. But yeah, it just seems way too easy at the moment for mages to like lob a mana worm down and then just sort of Cone of Cold and Blizzard and then Flame Strike, and of course you know, everything else along the way, just stall it and then play their big guys out afterwards. So, though that said, I would probably be playing mage myself in constructed. I'm just play the best thing, you know. You can't beat them, join them, and all that. But we have like a week's worth of videos still to come out before the post-patch stuff comes out. Because I always like to be ahead of time. Like, I had one guy comment saying, you know, why have you stopped at 9 wins? I was like, whoa, we got another 8 videos. At that point, we had another 8 videos yet to come out before before we got to the actual patch itself. Because I'm good at the game, you know. I'm also well organized, so I'm not one of these people who makes a video and then releases it half an hour later. You know, it's all scheduled, one a day. But I'm just going to carry on playing Arena, I think. I have a pretty sick collection actually now. I'm just gonna show you through some of this. Let us see. Is there a way to show just rarities yet? I don't believe so. Which is sad. It'd be nice if you could do that. Just show like epics and things. They're all really expensive, aren't they? There we go. So we got a Gruul and a Nozdormu, a couple of crappy giants. Sure, there's something else we had as well. Oh yeah. So we got the Warlock one as well. Where is he? We got a Lord Jeraxus. I'm tempted to play Warlock just because I love all these quotes in the game. Do I have a Pally one yet? Nope, I do have 2 Avenging Wraths, so, I mean, you can see there's an awful lot of cards there. Don't have a regular older Peacekeeper, but I do have a golden one. Along with my golden Sword of Justice. Yeah, I don't have a regular Sword of Justice either. Awkward. So I've definitely got enough to start, and of course, you know, this copious amounts of dust in the bottom right, 4,100, so, you know, when I eventually get around to building a deck, I think I'm going to make a pretty good deck there. I have to think a little about what epics I want to craft, or whether I just want to craft golden cards and make people jealous, I don't know. Anyway, that seems like it's about everything I wanted to talk about. I let Movember run over a bit. I'm gonna have a shave at some point. Anyway, from myself and the severed head of Mega Man that you can see just in the background there. There he is. I shall say, ta-da!